has moved to Lucina as he continues to experiment with Rosalina and Luma. And Face staying loyal to Ultra Mega Death Chicken Ridley. This is actually going to be really interesting because both of these guys have a very good notion of invading the opposing player's space safely. And Lucina's a character that's going to allow Jay a bit more freedom on pressing onto his opponents than he normally would have. While I personally feel like Rosalina and Luma might manage better in this particular matchup, it remains to be seen. This could also be a very new matchup for Jay. I haven't seen him grinding as much due to the fact that he's just been busy. And Ridley, being a new character, has that advantage over some of the less experienced Ultimate players, in that if you're not familiar with what this character's capable of, you're not coming to the table ready to fight. Definitely didn't know it was time to mash. As side B nets the first kill for Face. And looked like Face went for it again just to check Jay's movement. May have also been a way to just research if Jay could mash. Because getting out of early percentage side Bs from Ridley, super easy with mashing, and way deep off stage. These forward airs are getting Face tons of control. This has just been an intense start for Face. The 3 back airs when we're done! And it just takes a minute and a half, and Face cleans up game 1. Look at that! All right, Face. Definitely what I like to see. So game 2 is bringing us to Battlefield, and I'm actually pretty curious about what Jay does to not have that happen again. The Rosa switch. So, much more familiar territory for Jay as he laughs off the incredible abuse that Face gave him. And I feel like even though this is a new opponent, now that he's back to wearing the old pair of shoes that is Rosalina and Luma, I feel like this is going to be a much easier matchup for him. Mostly due in part to the fact that it's still true that Luma can abuse big bodies. And even though Ridley may not be as heavy as he looks, he still certainly takes up a lot of space. And this is an aspect that Rosalina and Luma absolutely adore. However, Face found out very quickly that dash attack can remove Luma from the equation pretty easily. And with another Luma removed as Face continues his offensive, I think Jay trying to take a little bit more of the patient approach here is much smarter, especially as that threatened kill. And I don't think that's going to do it just yet either. Punishing the wayward up smash from Face, Jay manages to at least equalize these percentages, slow down the pace of the match, and I think that's needed, for, at the very least for the sake of just getting information. Like, Jay needs to figure out what he's doing to fight this character, because he cannot be dragged around like he was in game 1. Up tilt nearly threatening kill at this point, and it's never been a better time to play Ridley, I think, but up smash from Jay showing that that's still just as potent as ever. I'll be honest, I'm a little nostalgic seeing Rosalina again here on stream, just because everyone, I feel, has abandoned this character moving into Ultimate. I know DeBuzz is going through a bit of a character crisis of his own, and he feels like there needs to be a replacement for Rosa in his heart. But the fact that Jay is sticking true to her and having a bit more success than with Lucina, I think just bodes well in general. Although being as Face has showed no issue with removing Luma, I think he's handling this matchup really well. I still feel like this is Rosa's favor, but Face is, he's very wary of what Jay can do. And I think he has a better idea of what Jay can punish him with than Jay does right now. So we'll see. I think if we go to a game 3, then it's very up in the air who could be walking away with this set. But otherwise, FaZe just needs to keep up the good work, and he can run with this. Forward smash completely eliminating yet another Luma. And super low recovery, dangerous for FaZe. He's going to end up paying the price with forward smash. And now he's sitting on the back end of this match on his last stock. And Jay not completely familiar about what he can use to punish Ridley's tools. It's actually making for a very interesting matchup. The neutral air extended by Luma. It's going to be checking Rosa and killing off yet another Luma. Forward throw to assert stage control, and the plasma just going to be forcing a lower recovery from Jay. Now FaZe can't really afford to go in for any brash options because he's sitting at these dangerous percentages, but Jay not expecting the up B to kill is going to end up scooping him out. And now just a single up air, no chains. But the rapid jab is going to help build up even more percentage onto FaZe. Sitting at 95 and growing. Able to get off a decent amount of damage through the rapid jab, but he's got to watch out for Luma now. He's sitting on those dangerous percentages. Forcing the reaction with the gravitational pull on the full charge plasma. I think it's really smart, but some dash dancing followed by the up smash is going to give Jay the opportunity to threaten for stage control. Down air leading into down smash, and there's nothing FaZe could do about that anymore. And just like that, we are going into the game 3. A very familiar victory screen runs across our eyes. Looks like they're talking it out, and they're moving to Smashville for Game 3. Now, traditionally, this stage works fairly well for Rosa. And it looks like the pick is going to be because of the Zelda switch on FaZe. Oh, he's hovering. He's undecided. I feel like the Zelda switch is very dangerous because the Phantom can get down B. They can get pulled into gravitational pull, and that could add a shit ton of control away from him. He's going to opt for Ridley now, and I think this was the better pick. While I am confident in FaZe's Zelda, I feel like the fact that Phantom Knight can be almost a non-factor of this matchup so easily means the Ridley was just a good call from FaZe. We'll see how well he can control the stage with Ridley's aerials, being as Ridley has no issue controlling lateral spaces, nor can he struggle with controlling the platform. Spacing on the ground with forward tilt I feel is also a very smart option, but FaZe just needs to be careful. Controlling center stage is pivotal to winning this match. And of course Jay knows that as he sits around waiting for Ridley to come down. Down air, especially not that great. And look at this. Almost a complete 180 from what we saw earlier in the set. And Jay going to be rocking first blood very early on. Rosa's new Nair is a tool that Jay's been very confident about interweaving into his neutral. And it seems like a pretty solid combo starter, at least when he's able to execute. But got to be careful about those rolls on ledge as FaZe takes the opportunity to bring himself back to an even start here. I think FaZe is just forced to... Oh, no! All right, he's still coming back, though. FaZe is just forced to be more aware of the fact that Rosa has no issue with taking up a lot of space. She never really had that issue either. She could always put out plenty of hitboxes with Luma at her side. But FaZe has got to play around that somehow. And with Ridley as big body as he is, it's kind of difficult. Well-timed recovery gets FaZe back up in the runnings. However, it's looking dangerous. Goes in for the down throw, and he's going to get punished because of it. That's that classic good that I know FaZe despises. But he's going to kill another Luma in disgust as he has his opening to try and press onto Jay. This time not goading a reaction with his plasma pulse. I think FaZe is finding that forward air is not as great of a tool for poking through Luma as he would hope. And I'm hoping he integrates RAR back air or neutral air into his assault, because he's eating so much damage from trying to approach with forward air. Back throw, forward smash, the Luma puts some damage on him. And thankfully for FaZe, he's able to read the direction Luma's moving, and with a well-spaced forward tilt is able to equalize the match once again, but he's found himself in the up air vortex. His down air, even though pretty laggy on landing, did manage to pick off the Luma, and all of a sudden, it's a very grim but almost doable matchup for FaZe. He needs to get himself back to the stage and start getting damage onto Jay. But once again, Luma is present. It's going to force some sort of a reaction. And the dash attack going to very quickly get rid of him. The single fireball. Oh, what a charge! There's plenty of rage on this board now. So these smash attacks, incredibly potent. And the back air picking Rosa from one side of the stage to the other. And all of a sudden, all of this momentum behind FaZe as he removes yet another Luma. And he's going to be returning to the stage from incredibly deep off. And is he going to be able to get the throw? And it's going to kill. We got a little bit of a pop-off immediately into the fist bump. And FaZe manages to beat Jay with the 2-1. Very well played from both players. I feel like Jay was learning that matchup at perfect pacing, and FaZe was just able to answer accordingly. He was not ready to give any respect to Rosalina's tools. I feel like this is one of the instances where you really get a chance to see how confident a player is in their skills despite still learning the game. And Jay really had no clue what he was up against when it came to fighting Ridley. I feel like there was a lot of aspects of play where he just wasn't prepared, and he just wasn't ready for it. But I'm sure he'll come back stronger than ever next time, and I have good high hopes for him in the losers bracket tonight. Stepping up to the plate, we have, judging by the purple, I'm going to say that's Lucius, fighting off against